Have you ever questioned your value when you weren't doing enough for other people? Do you ever secretly feel guilty when you rest, like you didn't earn the right to relax? Have you been moving through life like your worth is a performance instead of a birthright? If your spirit said yes to any of that, sit with me. Let's talk. And let's begin to heal this challenge in your life. You are divine before you're productive. I'm going to start with that thought. You are divine before you are productive. We're going to start with truth today, not theory, not belief, not conditioning, but truth. You were created by the Most High, by Source, by the divine intelligence that designed stars, seasons, and synchronicities. That means you are not a random cluster of cells just trying to survive. You are a sacred assignment walking around in human form. You're not broken. You're not behind. You are not lacking. Before you ever produced a thing, before you ever contributed to someone else's life, before you ever earned a check, served a client, loved a partner, or fixed someone else's mess, you were enough. That part of you, that eternal, divine, infinite essence, that part was never up for debate. And if you've forgotten that, this one here it's here to help you remember.
Welcome to the Lifestyle Expansion Blueprint, where we dive deep into the mind, body, and soul of success. I'm your host, Gray, and here we believe that true growth begins from within. Whether you're seeking personal transformation, professional elevation, or simply looking to expand your life's possibilities, you're in the right place. Together, we'll explore the strategies, insights, and metaphysical principles that empower you to manifest the life you truly desire. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's embark on this journey of expansion. Your next level begins now.
All right. Welcome back. Let's be real. You know, I like to be real with my peoples. I like to keep it a buck. We live in a culture that rewards output over essence. You get praised for being busy. You get celebrated for over-giving. You might even get promoted for sacrificing your peace for someone else's comfort. You start to internalize this idea. If I'm not helping, producing, fixing, or showing up for somebody else, I don't matter. And before you know it, you've built your identity around what you do instead of who you are. You become a walking to-do list. You wear exhaustion like a badge of honor, and the moment you stop performing, you feel invisible. That's not love. That's a system of spiritual capitalism. Let me say this clearly. You are not a machine. You are not a function. You are not a role. You are a soul. I want to talk to you today about the divine blueprint of worth. You were created in the image and likeness of the Most High. That means your very existence is divine. You were formed from love, in love, and for love. Your soul has no expiration date. Your worth cannot be increased by applause or decreased by rejection. Let me tell you why. Because the divine doesn't manufacture mistakes. Because Source doesn't create for the sake of function alone. Source creates for the sake of expression. You were not created to be consumed. You were created to reflect the vastness of divinity. And in case no one ever told you, let me be the first. You don't have to prove your place in the universe. You already belong. How does this play out in real life? Well, for many of us, especially those who lead or who serve or who give, We wrap our worth around our usefulness. You might hear yourself say things like, I'm the strong one. Everyone depends on me. Well, if I don't do it, it won't get done. And while those traits, those are some wild traits, and they're admirable, they become dangerous when they are the only way you feel valuable. Because what happens when you're not needed? What happens when you burn out? Or what happens to you when you can't give anymore? Do you still feel worthy? You should, because your soul didn't come here to be needed. It came here to be known. First by you, then by those who are aligned with your light. Value and contribution are not synonymous. Can we clear that up right now for those who were confused? Contribution and value are not synonyms. They're not synonymous. Contribution is what you give. Value is who you are. Let me say that again. Contribution is what you give, while value is who you are. And while your contribution may change based on season, circumstance, and capacity, your value, that stays infinite. Contribution fluctuates, value doesn't. Contribution requires effort, value is effortless. Contribution happens in the external, value is established in your soul. Can I make it plain? If you never did another helpful thing in your life, you would still be worthy of love. You'd be worthy of peace, of joy, of rest, of abundance. Why? Because you are divine by design. Here's what happens when you really know your worth. You stop overgiving, you stop over-explaining, and you stop accepting crumbs and calling it nourishment. You stop auditioning for love and start attracting alignment. You start resting more, trusting more, receiving more, because you're not moving from emptiness. You're moving from embodiment. When you understand your value is a non-negotiable, the world starts treating you that way too. Yeah, I like being treated good. Don't you like being treated good? Don't you like being treated well? Isn't reclaiming your worth the value it brings to your spirit, your mind, and body? Can we be practical and spiritual for a minute? Spiritually, meditate daily on this. I am enough because I am divine. I don't earn my worth. I remember it. I am enough because I am divine. I don't earn my worth. I remember it. Mentally, I'd like for you to challenge any thought that ties your value to your productivity. When you hear that voice say you didn't do enough, respond immediately. I'm still worthy. I'm still whole. And, since we're talking about practicality, we'll talk about your physical acceptance as well. Physically, I want you to rest without guilt. I want you to take care of your body, not because it has to perform, but because it's sacred housing for your spirit. Here's what I want you to carry with you this week. We covered a lot, but here are the hot points to remember. You are not your title. You are not your productivity. And you are not what you've done or what you haven't done. You are a divine soul, a divine idea birthed from the mind of God. You are a walking prayer, an answered intention of the Most High. And your value? Well, your value, that was never up for debate. Not then, not now, not ever. So take the weight off, let the guilt go, step out of the grind and back into your essence. Because nothing you do will ever make you more worthy than you already are. And nothing you fail to do will ever make you less divine than you were the moment God thought of you. This week, I want my people to practice this sacred truth. Number one, write a worth statement and read it every morning. Example, I am valuable even when I am not productive. My worth is rooted in who I am and not what I do. I am valuable even when I'm not productive because my worth is rooted in who I am and not what I do. Number two, say no without apologizing. So number one was you're going to write a worth statement and read it every morning. Get it drilled into your brain. Number two is you're going to say no without apologizing. We're going to let your boundaries be a celebration of your worth, not a defense of it. Say no without apologizing. Number three, this is my favorite one. Tap in with me. If you're ready to break the cycle of overgiving, self-neglect, and performative worthiness, the Billionaire Brain Trust and Lifestyle Expansion Blueprint, the Billionaire Brain Trust and the Lifestyle Expansion Blueprint, say that 3 times fast, are here to walk you into your next level. Let's expand together. Not because you need to do more, but because you're ready to be more of who you already are. Stay whole, stay powerful, and you know it, most of all, baby, stay expansive, my friends.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Lifestyle Expansion Blueprint. My hope is that you're leaving with new insights and the tools to help you craft the life you envision. Remember, your blueprint for success is already within you. It just needs to be unlocked. If this episode resonated with you, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who's ready to expand their life. Until next time, I'm Gray. Keep building, keep growing, and always stay in alignment with your highest self.